Hey, it's Nick Pushek here. I wanted to show you an example of driving in a really bad traffic jam and how autopilot works in a local road in that kind of situation. Huge backup on a local road, and I'm going to try autopilot here. I suspect it's going to do pretty well. It seems to be going back and forth between picking up the lines or just zeroing in on the car in front of me. We see it pick just when the car goes blue on the dashboard. That means it's using the car as its guidance. And then as that car pulls away, it's going to switch back to seeing the lines and basing its steering on the lines. So we'll probably see it go back and forth here. I find it quite reliable on local roads in these kinds of situations, which are it's really sometimes a great use of autopilot because the driving is just so annoying. A lot of people have said in my videos that autopilot takes away from the fun or excitement of driving. Well, I don't think this is fun driving, and it's a good example of when autopilot can take over in monotonous, let's call it monotonous or annoying driving. And we'll see here how well it does. We have probably 3 more lights to go through before I get there, and it does very well. I think it would probably do well also even if the road lines weren't well marked, because in this kind of situation with a long line of cars, it probably could just track the car in front of you and be pretty reliable and safe. But you can see it going back. It's picking up the lines now, so it's basing its steering on the lines. Now it's going to lose the lines here. So let's see. Yep, it's going back and forth. There's no lines on the road here. It looks like this was just recently repaved. So we don't have a line on the right side. Let's see if we can see that. And on the left side, we just have little dots. Looks like they're about to reline the road after repaving. So I think when we take off here in a few seconds, it'll probably just track the car. The car in front of us will stay blue, and it'll track that car, and we'll be able to pick up the lines. Might pick it up on the left side, but I don't know. Let's see what it does, because every time it started up, it would not track the car in front. So yeah, notice how it's tracking just the car in front, and eventually here it's going to pick up the lines, I think. Probably, yep, there it goes, and now it goes by the lines. Pretty good example of how it switches back and forth between just tracking the car or using the lines. And it looks like whenever it can get the lines clearly identified, it's going to go based on the lines instead of the car. Might still be using some information about the car in front of us, but identifying the lines as more important, perhaps. Okay, so here we go, and looks like it's following this car, and it's probably going to make it through this light, and it did. Still following the car, and eventually I think it's going to start picking up the roads, and it's starting to get worried, so it's asking me to wiggle. I just wiggled the steering wheel, and we're doing pretty good actually here. This is an interesting situation where there's really no right line, but it is identifying some type of edge. Don't know whether it's the curb or what, but it's having a little trouble identifying the right edge. So I guess it's just basing it, steering on the left edge. Notice how it's got an interesting, it tries to identify the road by a gray strip. Again, now it's asking for help. This is really not a safe road to use autopilot on. I just wanted to try to demonstrate this, so don't slam me in the comments. Just trying to show what it can and can't do here. It is allowing the autopilot to be used, which is interesting. I would think in some of these situations here it wouldn't have allowed it. Okay, I'm going to have to make a left turn here, so I'm going to take over. Thanks, everybody. Take care. And please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the little picture of that handsome guy in the bottom right. Take care. Bye-bye.